Okay, we're now going to discuss the Division 1 first semi-final this Sunday at Springvale Reserve. And joining me first up is Ryan Flack from Chelsea Heights Footy Club. How are you, Ryan?
Yeah, good, thank you, Ryan.
Mate, it wasn't a good day on the weekend. You'd got over St Paul's at McKinnon this year, but they obviously jumped you at the start on Saturday.
Yeah, I think just sort of reflecting on the game, probably their finals experience probably paid dividends for them just in the way they were able to approach. And I sort of said to our guys, the first team that settles will be the team that's very hard to beat on the day, and I think that they did that a lot better than us. And probably the occasion just took us a little bit of time to adjust, and by then we were playing catch-up footy.
So the boys will be obviously better for the run on the weekend. Now to regroup, all clear on the medical front?
Not completely. We had Mick Ryland ended up with a broken jaw in two places from the weekend, so that'll be the end of his season, and he's been in for surgery. So we certainly wish him well in his recovery, but I think he's got 6 weeks ahead of him without hard food. So I feel sorry for him. But yeah, look, other than that, we were reasonably clean from the weekend, which was good.
And obviously, you two's finished top of the ladder, and they've got the second semi-final coming up on Saturday. So there'll be someone that can stand up and take Michael's spot.
Yeah, well, I guess that's something we've really focused on, trying to get good depth right through our club, and our reserves have been going quite well all year, and we had to make some tough decisions last week in terms of who was going to be the unlucky person to miss out. So thankfully we've got some guys who we think can come in and fill the breach. Well,
we wish Michael a very speedy recovery, but good to know that you've got things all under control, player list management-wise down there at Beasley Reserve. Now, you won all so far this year against Mordialloc. Huge game coming up this weekend, playing for your football lives.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the mood amongst the boys has been pretty good, and I was sort of pretty keen to emphasise the fact that after the weekend's game, we worked hard and set our goals on the top 3, and that's for a reason, and you hope you don't have to cash in on that double chance, but the fact that we've put ourselves in that position during the year means we can now use it, and so we just want to really put that behind us, learn from some of the errors and some of the ways we could have done things better on the weekend, and move forward. So we're just really champing at the bit to get another opportunity this week to atone ourselves, because we think we're a lot better as a team than what we put up on Saturday.
Well, most certainly you are, and last time they choked you out of the game, it was a very low scoring contest. I think 44 played 41 down there at your ground. How do you break their shackles this weekend and break the game open?
Yeah, look, I think last time they really were good. It was a windy, sort of grotty day for footy, and I think we were pretty inaccurate in front of goal as well. And it was a real arm wrestle all day, and they sort of kicked 2 goals in the last 5 or 10 minutes to get over the top of us. And what we want to do, obviously, on the spaces of Springvale is to try and use that space better to our advantage. And I don't think we used the ball or moved the ball very well on the last occasion we played, and that's something we'll focus on this week, and also just get our pressure up from what it was on the weekend.
Well, it's going to be a fantastic clash this Sunday afternoon, and you'll be able to hear it on 88.3 Southern FM. It's going to be Chelsea Heights versus Mordialloc in the first semi-final of Division 1. Just a couple of parting shots as always, Blackie, before you go. AFL Brownlow medalist in 2009.
I really hope Dane Swan wins it. I'm a Pies man, so but I think he's just had an outstanding season, and he's a guy that hasn't been heralded much in the past. But yeah, he's my tip.
EPL champion, English soccer for this summer.
I won't follow, but I'd love to see Tottenham Hotspur win, just because I love their name. So they're the team that I barrack for. But
so the Spurs?
Yeah, but you'd have to say Man U.
And in the second semi this weekend in Division 1, St Kilda City, St Paul's your tip?
I think St Kilda City have been the best side all year. It's pretty hard to tip against a team that's undefeated, but I think St Paul's played very well on the weekend, and it wouldn't surprise me to see them win either, but St Kilda City will not.
City? No worries. Well, good luck on the weekend. We hope you still have some footy season alive after Sunday. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, thanks again to Ryan Flack from Chelsea Heights for joining us. I'm now joined by one of his opposition coaches, Mick Allen, the assistant coach and chairman of selectors down at Mordialloc. Welcome, Mick, to you.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for inviting us in.
No problem. It's been a big year down at Ben Cabernet Reserve in 2009. First final in 10 years. It's been a build-up over a number of years under Aaron Martello, and you've got a fantastic win on the weekend out of it.
Yeah, good win, good fighting win. We believe we didn't play as well as we can, but the build-up over the first final in 10 years has been coming over the last 4 years. We've been slowly building, and we've got young players into our club now. I think 13 of the 22 are 22 and under. 3 missed out. We're 18, 19 and 20 out of the 7 emergencies. So we're on the right track trying to get young blood, and we're looking for the future as well, like 5 to 10 year players, not just 1 year players, which Morty Alex had a habit of doing over the last few years. So yeah, we're working on the right track.
Putting foundations in place, that's good work. And some of those young guys you mentioned, the Haulers, Sam Hobley, also the Kellys, and Chris Phillips was fantastic for you on the weekend too. Yeah,
he was terrific in that, but like they've been good, but we've got 21 players. We don't want to rely on 2 or 3 players. We want to be a 21-man team, and everyone doing their job on the day. And when it's their turn to go, they've got to put their head over the footy and do the right thing for the team.
Well, you asked certain guys to stand up on the weekend, and they certainly did. Unfortunately, it wasn't all good news on the weekend with the loss of Adrian Matthews for the season.
Yeah, well, Ada hyperextended his knee 3 weeks ago against St Paul's, and came back and trained last week, and he thought he was right, we thought he was right, and everything like that, and unfortunately he went down in the first quarter, and that's footy.
Set up a fantastic goal early in that first quarter.
He did, it hit the big fella running down the centre and that, so it was terrific in that. But Ada's been fantastic for us over the last 2 years, bested for us last year. His experience and that, he doesn't say a lot, but when he says something, the blokes listen and that, and same as Longy, they're terrific additions to our club. Yes, but it's like Alan Jeans used to say, adversity always creates opportunity, and someone else will get their opportunity this week. So
correct. And this week it is a huge challenge. Chelsea Heights, I think they lead the head-to-heads against you guys 18-6 at the moment. But you currently hold the bragging rights with a good win earlier in the year. Yeah, well, that was a great win down at Chelsea Heights. It was a shocking day, pretty wet and that, and they look like halfway through the last quarter they're going to get away from us. And one of our characteristics this year as a club is that we haven't chucked it in. I think we're 7-2 in the back half of the season. We've won our first final in the first time in 10 years, and we're getting confidence from that. So it was a great fighting win down there. David Fernandez kicked a great little opportunist goal, and that. Longy took a mark and kicked a goal and got us over the line, and that win gave us a little bit of self-belief for the rest of the year, I reckon. Yeah. The spring weather, it's getting sunnier, it's getting brighter, you can smell the finals in the air. Is that going to help you going forward, do you believe? Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a great win on Sunday in those conditions, and that for us. Springvale ground suits our style of play. I reckon we're a fast-running, exciting brand of footy type of team. We rely on our pressure and our tackling as well, like especially in around the midfield. Those young blokes, they not only attack, but we actually do put pressure on around the centre of the ground, which is great and that. So, if we can get some really good fine weather and that, I reckon, we can give it a good shot. Fantastic. It's going to be a great game. Don't forget to tune in 88.3 at 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. Now, I've got to give you some parting shots just to keep you on your toes. Yep. We do that to all ladies. Yep. AFL Brownlow medalist in 2009. Your pick? 2009. Gary Ablett. Who will win the EPL Soccer Championship in England this current season? Manchester United. Yeah, another Man U supporter. Can't cop it. No, I'm Queen's Park Rangers. Oh, okay. I'm a Liverpool man myself. Yeah. And the other final in Division 1 this weekend, St Kilda City or St Paul. Your tip, thanks, Mike? Oh, in a close one, I reckon it's probably St Kilda City. In a close one. So they'll remain unbeaten? I think so, yeah. I don't know how they'll handle the big ground. Good side, very good side. Well drilled, good players and that. Just a big ground. Well, we'll certainly find out this weekend. Tune in on 88.3 all over the weekend.